Hello. What are you doing here? Fancy seeing you here.
This is not Rise and Radke.
It's High Noon Radke.
High Noon and Radke. It's Slept in Radke.
We're on a different time zone Radke. It's on a Slept in Radke. We went out with some old friends last night Radke.
You know what's funny? Okay, first of all, saying we went out last night with old friends makes it sound like we are
I didn't mean like that.
in a stupor. We're not.
Although look at these. These are working this morning.
I know, but I think that's sexy. Whenever David has bags under his eyes, I don't know why. I think it's the reason I love Benicio del Toro, because he always looks like he got in a bar fight the night before, like he was up late, and you're like, oh, I wonder what he was doing. And so when your eyes look like that, I'm like, oh, David, did you get in a fight? Anyway, good morning, everybody. Not really good morning. It's actually noon where you are, or even later. But here's the deal. So just last week, I was talking to one of my friends, Annie Downs, who said, California time zone really throws me. It does a number on me. And I remembered thinking in my head, oh, what a softie. And now look at us. Literally this morning, we set our alarms to wake up to be on Rise and Radke at 8:15, which was 6:15 here. David leaned over and kissed me and said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want you to get off me and let's go back to bed.
See, I was here for you.
So Becca, I'm sorry that you looked for us this morning. Had you looked under the covers, you very well may have found us. But we were not up and at 'em this morning. We did really get in late last night. We had a great time. Mary Beth said bar fights. You think that's hot? Well, Mary Beth, I don't think it's hot. Mainly because, first of all, I was raised in a bubble, never been in a bar, never seen a bar fight. But I have on TV. But it's more of this mysterious, like, what was he out doing all night? Like, I don't know.
Hey, Jess,
it's weird.
Jess is actually, she said, I finally caught you live because she's in California.
So see, we're right down the road from you, maybe.
Hey, which, by the way, since this is a different time for us, would you share this right now? Share this Rise and Radke just so people that aren't used to seeing us at this time instead of a little bit later.
Tell them not to get their hopes up. When you share it, also write, don't get your hopes up, okay? We are going to start coming back on in the mornings, but this California time zone is just throwing us for a loop. So, here we are.
And in our defense, we
do
had
not
four...
have one single defense.
We do. We had 4 meetings yesterday.
We did.
We got up early.
That's right.
We worked hard all day.
That's right.
We went from one to the next, and literally had to push back our dinner with friends because we went so...
Guys, we had a meeting that was 12 miles away from the other meeting. 12 miles, okay? So, Lefkenites, if you're watching, which no one ever does, but imagine 12 miles from your house. That's like me going to Del Rio. These are the landmarks, okay? The Mexican food restaurants. 12 miles. It took us 1 hour and 32 minutes. 1 hour and 32 minutes to drive 12 miles. How is that even possible? So those of you who are like, oh wow, they had 4 meetings. Like I have like 7 meetings in one day. Right. But are you just walking from office to office? Because we are literally driving like all over God's creation.
Over there.
Although we are in a really nice car. We got a rental car that I made him spring for. God knows he wanted to put me in some compact car for $37 a day.
Who even knew they brought back the Pinto? But it was a good deal.
And I said, David, do they have any car that maybe in the future that we might consider buying? And he was like, we're not buying a car. We don't even have any car notes. I'm not having it. I said, David, just calm down. Can we just drive a car that maybe I would like to drive in the future, but know that I'll never get to unless you die? And so now we're in a really nice Volvo. Y'all, I've never been in a car so fancy. So, no offense to Big Darla, wherever she may be, parked at the parking spot too in Houston, Texas.
Remember, maybe we ought to tell them on the way down here, Darla saw somebody. Remember we were driving down?
Yes, Darla, we passed a car that is exactly like Big Darla. I didn't even know there was another Big Darla on this earth.
Well,
apparently there is.
It's Darnell.
They were probably drug traffickers because those are the kind of people that drive Big Darlas. Anyway, speaking of drug traffickers, we're in California. Oh, and guess what? Why does bad luck follow me wherever I go? The Coronado virus, is that what it's called? Coronado virus? Coronavirus?
Corona.
They just got one in Southern California.
And last
Probably from our flight.
And last week was the first one that was identified in Honduras.
Probably from the guy we had a meeting with yesterday who sniffed and sneezed the entire meeting, the entire time. He had a Kleenex like this the entire time. Oh, yeah, Melissa, tell me more about that. Okay, it was a great meeting, you guys. So good to meet you. David?
We'll get back and we'll Skype with you soon.
Did he suck his hand out for David to shake? And I was just like this behind him the whole time going, don't shake it. Y'all switch seats, Jody McCann. Oh, that is an eagle eye. That's an eagle eye. Here's the deal. We're outside and we're in these lawn chairs and they are so low to the ground. Once I'm down, I'm down. There's no changing.
Can they see the little fountain back there?
By the way,
does
speaking
it sound
of,
like we're going to the bathroom?
Speaking of, yesterday on our live that we did yesterday morning, at the very, was it an IGTVer or YouTuber? It wasn't someone on Facebook.
I think it was IGTV.
So there was an IGTVer who goes, is David clipping his fingernails? Yes, IGTVer. I was sitting at the desk I was sitting at the desk in our hotel room. He was in the bathroom clipping his nails. And that is how thick and nasty those things
They're
are.
not thick and nasty.
They are growing something on them. You've talked to a doctor about it. You tried to clean out your liver because of some things that are going on down there. So, yeah, they are.
They grow. It's so funny because Melissa's fingernails don't grow. When they do, they literally look like paper. They just peel right off. Mine are thick.
He could play the guitar with them.
Women would pay millions of dollars.
He could play the guitar with them. They would be his pick. And he was clipping it and somebody heard. I am all up in this like I'm about to eat this camera. So anyway.
Ooh, speaking of eating, tell them about our dinner.
We went to dinner last night with some friends that live here in LA, and they moved here about 7 or 8 years ago, and we have loved them forever. Aaron and Kenda Binward, I just adore them, and every time we get together, which is not very often, it's once every like 3 years, we just talk and talk and talk, and it was really great to do that. And it was one of these places, it was like a sushi place here in town. It was really nice. We didn't know what to order. I mean, we're like a fish out of water. We're like, do y'all have a California roll? And they're like, no, you're gonna eat real sushi. So we would just order appetizers, and then when we would finish it, we would just be like, bring us another one of those. And then we would eat another, and then the waiter would say, have y'all tried our crispy rice, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And we would be like, no, bring us a couple of them. As if money grows on trees. So anyway, it was very good. Is that what you meant?
It was very good.
It was really good. I haven't
Melissa,
seen one celebrity, not one.
Melissa really, really loves sushi. I like sushi. I have a hard time eating it in landlocked states, so I enjoy it more.
You have a hard time eating it in Lufkin because it's right beside the PetSmart.
I'm not a big fan of.
That's what he said. I can't eat it in
I don't like the goldfish roll.
I don't like that. They're a nice family that own that restaurant, and I really like eating there. That's what he says. I'm not going to go eat sushi with you in Lufkin. It's right beside a PetSmart.
That's a bad location.
Oh, y'all. Anyway, tell us how y'all are today. We wanted to check in with y'all. I want to tell you this. I normally do not like to do podcast episodes that alienate people. So if you do not have a teenager, I worry that you will feel like we are alienating you. We are not. I say if you're a teacher, if you are in the medical field and you're around teens a lot, I just think it's an important episode for everybody to listen to. I had a guest on, I interviewed her actually several months ago, and I really hit it off with her. Her name's Christine Jantra. Sometimes she actually jumps on here. Her name is Christine Jantra, and she owns a business called Neptune Navigation. This business actually goes to schools and teaches them how to protect students in this current day and age of kids nowadays in schools, kids have iPads. They can get on the internet. They can get on the internet like that quick. Like sometimes the teacher goes out to heat up her coffee and kids pull up porn. I'm just going to let that sink in for a second because when I was in school, we were just passing notes. And Christine talks about that. And so we're doing a couple of weeks of teens and sex, teens and social media, teens and phones. I'm interviewing Dr. Justin Colson in a couple of weeks, and I'm really nervous about that. So go listen to Christine. She knows what she's talking about. She's really wise, but she's also a mom, and so she comes at it from a really tender approach, and she's funny. So it's like you're not listening to some high and mighty, you're like, oh, why are y'all doing this to your kids? You're not listening to that. It turned out really, really good. I'm really proud of it.
I think everybody needs to be aware because, like you said, everybody, if they don't have a kid, they have kids that they're close to and their family, their teachers.
Can I tell them about our meeting yesterday, what I said to the man when I walked in his office? Can I tell them like where that was at?
No.
I'm going to.
No, no, you really aren't.
David, quit trying to put your face off of the screen so that...
You can say what you said, but you can't.
Yesterday, y'all, I have to tell y'all this.
It was a big meeting. It was a...
Somebody just said phones on school buses. Don't even get me started with that. Rocco and Remy don't have phones, but the other night I caught Rocco up in the stands sitting by a friend of his at a basketball game looking at the kid's phone, and I literally flagged him down, called him all the way across the basketball court, brought him all the way up to me and said, what are you doing? He said, I was sitting over there looking playing on the phone. I said, get off that phone. He said, we're not doing anything bad. I don't know that though. You want to sit on that phone? You come sit right in front of me. So anyway, y'all, yesterday we had this meeting, and I want to tell y'all who it was with. Y'all wouldn't know. I didn't know, but you would know the telecast company. Anyway.
That was a weird way to say it.
What is that? What is Alexis doing?
I think she's on the...
Somebody put up a gif of Alexis, and now that's all I see. Okay. Anyway, we were waiting for this meeting, okay? And you're really nervous, and it's a big, huge corporation, and you're sitting down and you're waiting for them to call you in, and his door is not closed. His door is open. So I hear his assistant go right outside the door and say, "Are you ready? David and Melissa Radke are here." And I hear him go, "No, I'm not ready yet." So you can hear this, right? Well, I'm sitting down there sick at my stomach. I could like poop on myself. And then I hear him play my demo tapes, which are my reel that my agent put together of me on different talk shows and stuff like that. It's of Red Ribbon Week. It's all of these different things that I do online, and I can hear him playing it. There's a scene in the Radkes where I'm sitting in a piano with my mother and I'm singing the scales and I'm going, "You're why I need a therapist." And I can hear it out in the halls, and there's people everywhere. And I look at David and I go, this doofus is just now looking at my stuff. He doesn't know who I am. He's not ready for me. So I'm getting upset. And David's like, could I ask you to not be upset? Because this is a pretty big meeting. Don't go in there and show your, you know what. So okay, let's do the bleep out. Don't go in there, Melissa, and show your beep. So we get up and we go to his office. And I can't let it go. Now y'all know me. I can't let it go. And I'm supposed to be all demure and southern and kind, like, hey, it's good to meet you. I'm Melissa. Thanks for having us. I'm supposed to be like that, but I cannot. So I walk in, and he says, hi, I'm da-da-da-da-da, and he says his name, right? And I go, hi, I'm Melissa Radke. How are you? And he goes, I'm very well. Why don't you have a seat? And I said, I will have a seat, but first I want to say something to you. The next time you listen to somebody's demo tape right before they come in, perhaps you should shut your door, or I don't know, put on headphones. David is frozen. The guy goes just like this. And he just starts laughing, and it was the best meeting I had all day because I went in and I showed my beep. David.
Sorry.
So it ended up being a really good meeting, and I liked him so much. So sometimes the very thing your mother tried to beat out of you is the thing that wins people over, is what I'm saying.
We've had a few people say, "Are you coming back to TV?" That's what we're here for. We actually have 11 meetings in like 3 days, so we've got lots of interest and lots of possibilities. So we will.
I'm getting there as fast as I can. Y'all know I don't move fast because I got a bad knee. Okay.
We will definitely keep you posted.
But y'all know, as those of you who follow us and watch Rise and Radke every morning or Noon and Radke, whatever, you know that you'll be the first to know. Okay, I promise you that.
Hey.
That's one of the perks of following us. And might I add, there are not many perks, but that is one of them.
Hey, you know, we have a little morning thing we do called Rise and Radke. What if we started a noon thing and we could call it Noon and Nooners? And it could be about sex.
What does Noon and Nooners have to do with sex? And what the crap is wrong with you?
You don't know what a nooner is?
I have no idea.
When I would come home at lunch. No, when I would come home at lunch and this.
What is it?
It's intimate time.
At noon?
Like afternoon delight. Noon.
Well, I'm going to tell you that's never happened on my watch, so where the hell have you been during lunch? Now I am so sure.
So look for our
You
new
know
show.
I can't do anything but unless it's 10:30 on Tuesday. I've got a busy schedule.
Look for our new show, Noon and Nooners.
Or Sheila, Afternoon Delight. That's a good name because we are a delight.
Hey,
Seriously, who have you been having sex with at noon?
Hey, don't forget, check out Ordinary People, Ordinary Things on the podcast.
Christine Cha-Cha.
Hey, listen, if you are not listening to podcasts, now the number
I don't know
one,
who just said that.
now
David Needs a Real Job was hilarious because if y'all knew what work this was, if y'all knew what this job was.
I work around the clock. So what was I saying? Hey, if you're not listening to podcasts, the first one to listen to is Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. Okay, but there's a ton of amazing podcasts out there. So it's incredibly easy. Go to the App Store on your phone and download the iTunes app. Android has numerous ones. Another company that's really coming on is Spotify. If you're already on Spotify, jump on Spotify. It's super easy. Download it. Google Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. Just start typing in Melissa Radke. It'll pop up. Hey, we want you to go listen. But this Thursday is a big day, and we need every single person to help us out. This Thursday, Melissa's brand new podcast called
Streamer.
It's coming
But with
out.
an H, like stream and her, but you say it fast, Streamer.
It's coming out this Thursday, and we need every single one of you to share. We need every single one of you to subscribe. We need you to leave your reviews, your comments.
By the way, in that meeting yesterday where I told that man to put his headphones on and we ended up having a great meeting, I told him about Streamer and he goes, "You're really leaving reviews?" And I said, "Oh yeah, and I don't pull any punches." And he said, "Well, what shows do you like?" And I was telling him some shows that I was really liking right now. And I said, "What do you like?" And he said, "Oh, I love Outlander." And I said, "What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That is like reading a Harlequin romance novel." And he said, "I know, but I don't mind it too bad." Then he goes, "I mean, the acting's not great, and what is
writing's
that?
not
The
good."
acting's not great, and the writing's not very
He said,
good."
but the production value.
He goes, "But the scenery is excellent." I said, "Well, turn on National Geographic channel." Good Lord. Is Streamer related to Valentine's? It is not related to Valentine's. I don't even know what that question means. It's related to...
It is a brand new podcast.
It's a brand new
that will be
podcast.
coming out.
However, if you're going to stay home and Netflix and chill on Valentine's, I'll tell you what to watch. This week I'm only reviewing 3 things. I'm reviewing... Okay.
You're going to have
Don't
to go.
ant me.
You're going to have to go, and you're going to have to subscribe. So
Jennifer Walker. I'm not going to talk about Outlander. It's so dumb.
be ready. So go ahead, have your podcast player downloaded, have it ready, and Thursday morning when we are on here live, we will give you all the info.
Okay. All right, y'all. We've got to go. We've got to go eat lunch before our meetings begin. I'm assuming because it's in California, it will be Whole Foods and it will probably be healthy. Okay? I can't find one place that has fried chicken. So, David is so bossy. Sarah Beth said that, and she's right. You know how I feel about Sarah Beth. Outlander is definitely an afternoon delight. Absolutely. They put the nooner in nooner. I don't know what that is. Hey y'all, it's Cindy Underwood from Sagu. So excited for you and the kids. Love you. Hi, Cindy Lou. Hey girl.
Cindy
How
Lou
are
who?
you? I used to live right down the door from you. I mean, we lived in the same building and you would come up to my room. Was I a delight then? Cindy? Cindy?
Hello.
Cindy? Cricket. Okay, we love you guys. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow at 8:15. We really will be doing that.
We will
right?
make it happen.
Will we?
Yes.
For sure we will.
See you guys.
Share this. Bye, y'all.
See you, Kodiak, Alaska. Kodiak, Alaska.
Kodiak, Alaska.